So I had gotten to a point where I could not take it anymore. I had this forehead rash, cheek rash, and then a new, even worse, chest rash. It was so itchy. My entire face was burning. I was like, what the hell is happening? This is 9 months on the carnivore diet and I'm only getting worse and worse. Needed to take a break. So I said to myself, I'm going to dry fast until this rash goes away or I die. Whatever one you choose. So I did that. My previous best was 5.5 days. We got 8.5. I could have potentially went further. We got a lot to talk about today. He's in the ocean. He's in the ocean. So first, I'm not advising you to do this. This is just my story here. It's not medical information. Go see your hippie doctor and get your pills and your potions and your creams for your ass itchy. So I decided to fast because of the forehead rash was getting crazy, cheek rash, chest rash, constipation, off and on nausea, just super annoying. Things were going downhill fast. So my previous fast was almost exactly 1 year ago, July 4th, 5.5 days. So in my experience, dry fasting is the most powerful and fastest way to get over some crazy hurdle that you're facing right now, and the results speak for themselves. Here's a little, I'll show you right away. This was me before on the left and after the dry fast, before even breaking it on the right. So on the left, we have a very puffy red, you can see the forehead top right on your side, and it was just painful and burning. It was itchy, it was mad, it was heat escaping my head. That has almost like basically completely gone away. The cheek was getting insane, like that was developing. It looked like I fell off a motorcycle or something, like it was turning into eczema. Call it whatever you want, sebborheic, dermatitis, like it was painful and terrible. That's gone. Just 8.5 days. And I just feel so much happier and relieved and then my chest, it even got worse than this, but this is when I filmed it and it was just this tiny bumps. It was like hives or a rash or eczema or all of the above. That is like almost completely gone. Basically like no itch left. And I'm just much happier. Like it's just, I feel so much lighter and cleaner and pure and just, I got rid of a bunch of burdens on me. I was puffy, mad, inflamed. Very, very happy with the results. So here's how I did it. I've been like basically keto carnivore for 9 months. I was doing 1 meal a day for the longest time. Then I upped the fat because I had this rash and I'm like, maybe I'm eating too much protein. I was getting super nauseous eating that 1 meal, so I split it into 2. And then eventually I was doing 3. I was gaining weight, thankfully. Before this fast, I was up to 144 pounds. I was just like getting fat because I was eating so much all the time. Nausea was better, but not enough. And the skin was not improving at all. So I was like, something's got to change. So I did a juice fast the day before the dry fast. Just nothing but watermelon juice all day long. It was fantastic. It was fun. I just wanted to really flush the bowels and start on an empty track. The funny thing is that didn't flush the bowels at all. I had 0 bowel movements, and the next day I was like, uh-oh. And so I did an enema, and then stuff came out, and I really should have done more. Fasting with Trevor says he does like 5 enemas that day and then start. He makes sure the water runs clear. I've never seen clean water come out of my ass. I'll tell you that much. Just I don't even know that I could achieve it. So next time, because I felt some pains during the fast, and I'm like, there's still meat chunks in there. Something's in there. I should have got rid of that. So I did the enema. Should have done 7. Next time, for sure. I'm going to do 2 days of juice and then a bunch of enemas. Make sure you're just completely empty, and then your little parasites have nothing to feed off. You'll get better results, even though I got amazing results. And yes, it was a soft, sissy dry fast. I like my showers. I just had 1 shower a day. I did not brush my teeth for 8 days. That was terrible. No water entered my mouth at one time, not even in the shower, no rinse, no nothing. I wanted that daily shower. I was so itchy with the rash. I was like, I gotta clean it off. just water. I stopped using everything on my face. No rice water, no rice bran oil. Just stop everything. You're effing up your life. Just stop, reset button. So the first day dry, I felt amazing. First 2 days, I would say, I just felt great. I was running off sugar, maybe a bit of fat, and I wasn't thirsty at all. It was day 3, I feel like I started to get a little tired. Just a little bit. I had some gut pain throughout the fast, but just much more fatigued. And that was literally the only symptom I felt for 9 days. It was just like, at day 7, I started to get a little thirsty, admittedly. I was actually so energized on day 7 for some reason. I changed my living room around. I just felt so good. It was just like hormones, like stress hormones. Go get something, go kill a tiger and eat it. You're gonna die soon. So like I started moving my furniture around. I was moving easy and slow, but I got so thirsty after that. And I remember selling a camera, and I was downstairs talking to the guy, and I'm just like, trying to listen to it. I'm just so dry. I'm like, can I leave now? Stop telling me your stories. But I didn't have one headache, no detox, like, oh my God, this thing erupted, a boil on my ass, or there wasn't any like pain. I was barely thirsty until I started doing that stuff, moving furniture around. And then day 7 and 8, I was like getting kind of thirsty. I was like, I kind of want to break this now. And I took a look in the mirror, and I smiled at myself, and my gums were just like kind of getting white. And I was just like, that's scary looking. I should start eating or something. I'm dying of malnourishment. That just scared me a bit. They're back to normal now, but like, I don't know. I used all the iron in my body to create water or something. It's a feat of human ingenuity, my body. So I even slept good the whole time. It was like normal, 8 hours, like easy falling asleep, no peeing at night. I still peed like at least 3 times a day. I was trying to hold it in, like, reuse it, breatharian boy. Why are you getting rid of that? But I couldn't adapt. Day 5 took a little longer to fall asleep, and I slept less. That was about it. And I started to crave watermelon on day 5, and I started to have foamy pee, breaking down my muscle or something. I don't know, but for the most part, it was just clean sailing. And then started to get a little tough, and just the fatigue and weakness. Day 6, I had a dream. I almost wanted to quit that day. I was just like, it was getting real tough, and I was just so weak and tired and kind of restless. I hate that feeling, and I was like, maybe tomorrow for sure I'm breaking it. But I woke up feeling good. I did have a dream of drinking water. It wasn't even good. I had like weird stevia in it, and I was in someone's house, and he's like, do you want to add this sage to it? And I'm like, what? Why would you have that as water flavoring? It's the worst flavor. Maybe I needed it. It was a message, and I ignored it. Day 7 felt better. That's when I moved all the furniture. I was downright happy at times. Just woke up smiling for some stupid reason. Life was good. Went outside. Magic happened to me. I sit outside. I'm grounding just outside my building. Sit there, and then it was all cloudy, and then the sun shone on me. And I was like, oh, hey, God, how you doing? And then a hawk flew by and landed on the building right next to me. I think he was circling me to see if I was done for, and he could feed his babies with my blood. But it was like, cool, thanks for the miracle. Now it's just the whole fast, I'm just praying to God for miracles. Just heal me. Here we are. Like, if you fast 7 days praying to God, he's gonna help you. And here is me breaking water. That's not a sentence. So 8.5 days, we are about to break it. My goodness, I could go on. You know I could. I'm kind of thirsty. I'm feeling it now. The last couple days, it started to kick in. So we are at 206 hours, if you look at it. Oh, we're doing it. We are doing it. We are about to end this fast. 32 minutes. Okay, just do it. Commit to water. Thank you. Wow. This is going to be my first sip. This is just room temperature distilled water. I have a cold one that's been in the fridge. Oh, glory. It's not even that it tastes good, it's just it symbolizes that is over now. Thank heavens, we're done. So, a little side by side with myself. That was like right before the fast. You can see the redness there, that's all gone. This thing is gone completely. The chest was itchy as hell, that's gone. All the itchiness has left me. What a fantastic feeling. Hopefully I don't die and don't break it with a raw pork or something. That was the plan. I'm gonna back out on that and just do a can of Spam. But plan is just water, then that cold water, then coconut water. Then I do have this like weird sugary aloe drink that will totally heal my gut. And then I'm gonna go buy a watermelon. That should give me the energy I need. Go buy a watermelon, juice that. Couple days on juice. So when it comes to weight loss, I was 144.6 pounds day one, and I seem to lose about on average 2 pounds a day. The first day was the most because I had salt probably in my blood, and then it got less, and then sometimes more. I wish I saw a plus day where I gained weight somehow, breatharian like. So we'll aim for that in the future, but total was actually similar to the 5.5 day. I lost 13.6 pounds on the 5.5 day, and it was less if you do 5.5 this time. But like total 16.6 pounds, not bad. Not bad. Got down to 128, and then I weighed myself after a shower, and I gained 0.4 pounds. So don't pretend that you're not soaking up some water. I definitely did each day, but doctor said I would die after 3, and here I am, bitch. So when it comes to the stats, I weighed myself with my fancy scale, 144.6 down to 128.4, because I weighed myself after the shower. Body fat 22.4% down to 17.5. Subcutaneous fat 20.3 down to 16.1. Visceral fat 6 down to 3. Take that. Body water percentage goes up 56.1% to 59.5 on a dry fast. Wow. Skeletal muscle 50.2 to 53.3. No idea what that even means, because the muscle mass definitely went down 106.4 to 100.6, but I'm stronger now somehow. And I lost many pounds of bones. I'm osteoarthritic. In my future, a hip displacement awaits me. My knees bend inward now. I don't have elbows anymore. I used them to create water. So I lost 16.6 pounds. Here's my before and after. Day 1 versus day 8.5. Head not broken the fast yet. Just dry. I was so itchy on the left. Not itchy at all anymore. I like this body, the lean look. You can't really sustain that because you can't drink water ever again, but whatever. I'm sure I lost some muscle, bit of fat, lots of fat, and some water, but we regain. It doesn't take too long to rebuild. So I broke the fast with room temperature distilled water. I don't do any fancy stuff, baking soda, bone broth, all this stuff. Just distilled water, 2 cups, and then a colder one that I had in the fridge after that. So that took me like an hour and a half to drink maybe a liter of water. And then I had a can of coconut water, just 100% coconut water in the fridge, boom. Then I went for a walk to buy a watermelon, brought another can with me, another 500 ml can, drank that out there. And then I juiced watermelon for the rest of the day. And the next day I gained 4.2 pounds back. And then the next day was 1 pound, and I was 134 this morning. So I'm still down about 10 pounds, 10.6 pounds. And I've basically been just juicing, focusing on hydrating. And last night, day 4 since breaking the fast, 3 or 4, one of those, I had some fish because I have all this stuff in my freezer, all this meat, and I'm going to eat it. And I'm not sure what the path is in the future. I just know that something was going haywire on keto. I've never had a rash until I went keto in the first place. It's too much heat. I talked to a Chinese medicine guy, and then like he was gonna send me herbs, but I was like, I'm so itchy now, I'm panicking. I'm just going to dry fast until they get there. They finally showed up, so we'll see what happens in the future with all that. But he wants to clear the heat and like shatter the wind or something. So we'll go down that path. But for the most part right now, I've went back to juicing fruit-based, but I do want to keep some of my strength, so I plan on having the meat. But I might lean more towards just the fish, and it's just like a fruit and fish type of thing, and I feel fantastic. The energy is like way higher. Something I've noticed is my brain runs much faster on glucose. I think I'm just, ketones are a steady energy and it's good, but then you go on sugar and it's just like, wow, that's how we're supposed to feel, but not all of us can balance those sugar swings. So when your blood sugar is stable and good and controlled, then sugar is the ultimate fuel. So I think that should be the goal for all of us, to manifest good sugars. Just use them. Your body wants to. And my blood sugars were crazy. They were always like over 100 all day long. As soon as I ate anything protein rich, even if it was super high fat, low protein, or modest amounts of protein, it didn't matter. On carnivore, my blood sugars never dropped. Once I ate, it's like spiky, and then we're always up here. Whereas like the sugar, you spike it, but then it comes down. Not mine in particular, but like it could one day. I'm just so insulin resistant. And I know fat causes insulin resistance, and you guys were like, you don't even know that? I thought you'd had to eat some carbs at least for that to matter. Because when you go keto, it's like, yeah, you become insulin resistant because your brain wants sugar and it demands it all. So like all your muscles become insulin resistant, so they can't use the sugar, and then it gets sent to the brain. But I thought like you had to eat some carbs for it to be spiking like that. But I was having modest amounts of protein, and I don't know, man, it just was not working. It was too acidic, too nitrogenous, too ammonia-like, too much urea syndrome on that. So we're off it. Like, no thank you. Like I could not stand it anymore. This is not just I changed my mind. I was itching to blood. But it's very clear that this dry fast just removed 100% of my inflammation. Like just everything went down. It was very clear and obvious. Redness went away. Any swelling, like my legs were pretty swollen because I'm eating all this salt on carnivore. My adrenals can't handle it. And every night they just get a little bigger. And I'm just like, those feel very swollen. And now there's no water retention whatsoever. Just not having any salt right now. Not even thinking about it. So we'll see what the future holds, but high carb feels better. And do I need some meat? Probably. I'm not going down that vegan train right now. We'll see in the future maybe, but right now I'm very happy to have some meat here, and then we'll see if we can switch it on only fish. You know, like we're vegetarians, kind of, almost. Fish don't feel love for their bear cousins when they try to eat them, just swimming. It's ridiculous. So, what do you think? 8.5 days. Not bad. Thank you, Fasting with Trevor, for the inspiration. I was going to say information, but infospiration. Thanks, brother. You're the man. 21 days he's done. I was just thinking, keeping him in mind, I was like, he would do it. But I don't know, I have to gain more weight. That's the problem. I started pretty high, 144. I don't know that I could even make it back there ever again. That's hard to gain that much weight. You have to eat so much. But if I can become like 155 or something, then I'll do this again next year. I want to beat it. So keep going till it's like 59 days dry. I'll do it. You thumbing up the video? That's nice of you. Thumbs down if you watched a woman make sandwiches for monkeys and you let it continue. Are monkeys really sandwich based? You're making that argument to me. What are your theories? What are your talking points? I'm not going to agree with you. It's unlikely that bread was ever a big part of their daily lifestyle, how would they make it or plant it? Who taught them? That's the real question. Someone. I'll leave after you donate Bitcoin. And subscribe for more videos. See you next.